Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is yet again time to update my Project Apocalips, and this is a project that I created a couple years ago where I focus on my lip products. It is all I do in this project is just working on my lipsticks, lip glosses, lip liners, all that kind of stuff, and it's really fun. I have done this project a little bit different each year that I've done it. One year I kind of focused on more lip products. I had 10 products in the project, but 5 of those were focuses, so you know, a little bit more of a broad kind of panning. I have also done a roulette version of this where I've used rolled in products to reach for 5 times roulette style. I have also done rankings where I wanted to rank all my lip products. All of those versions have gone through over the years. But this year is definitely the most kind of traditional project pan that I have with this project, because this year I'm working on 7 lip products and my goal is to finish all of them, and then I kind of rotate through, so I do like a rotation, so every time I finish something I roll something else in. I'm going to talk you through the 7 products that I'm panning right now and let you know how I've done. I'm pretty happy, to be honest, with the progress this month, and of course I will share that with you as I go through the products. But before I jump into the updates, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So as with all my other projects, I'm going to start with the product that has been in the longest, and I'm going to have a couple of things that have been in since the beginning of the year, so I'm going to start with those 2. First up out of those 2 is this lipstick right here. This is a lipstick from Milani and it is the shade Matte Naked. So the shade is Naked, and I guess the formula is the matte formula. This is a really beautiful light nude. It's actually what I'm wearing on my lips today, and I do have it on with a lip liner though, so yeah, it's a really nice color. But I haven't been reaching for this one as much over the past couple of months as I would have liked, because it's not really the perfect nude for me in summer or when I have a bit more of a tan, but I'm foreseeing myself to reach for this one quite a bit more in the coming months. In the past month though, I reached for this one 11 times, including of course today. I'm actually wearing this one as a cream blush and as a lipstick today, and I really like the effect of it in both those capacities. I do reach for it more on my lips, but I have tried it as a cream blush a couple times. I'm going to show you the progress lines with those 11 uses, and it hasn't moved much, but there's a little bit of progress, so let me show you the paper. Alright, so here you have the progress lines, and you can see it's a very slow moving product. The formula is quite stiff and it's quite pigmented too, so it takes a long time for it to kind of be used up, but that is the progress lines right now. You can see just how little it has moved there at the bottom. Then the second product that has also been in since the beginning of the year is my NYX lip oil. This is the hashtag This Is Everything lip oil, and I had mine in the shade Sheer Blush. And I'm saying had because this is actually one product that I managed to finish this past month. Very exciting. So you might be able to see the progress lines there on the side. I didn't mark it from the start. I believe it was all the way to the top for the most part when I rolled it in, but you can see for the last couple of months where it's been sitting, and it was all the way up here at the last update. But I was really determined to get this one done, and again you might be able to see it there, but I have completely finished up. There is a little tiny bit there at the bottom, but not much. I've had this one stand up and obviously it is kind of empty. I took out the stopper and everything, and yeah, it is completely done. The wand is empty, and it did take me a lot more uses this past month to finish it. As you could see from the lines, I did have a lot of product left, but I was very determined to get this out, and I've used this one a lot as like a hydrator, like an everyday kind of lip product, to keep my lips hydrated as the seasons are changing, because I definitely noticed my skin getting drier. So I did get a lot of use on it, and I did reach for it 59 additional times in the past month for a whopping 217 uses to finish. So it was definitely a long haul product, and it does take a long time to finish the NYX products. It's the same type of packaging as the what's it called, the body glosses, so it doesn't initially look like it's see-through because the color is used everywhere, but ultimately the tubes are see-through and there's a lot of product in them, which is why it takes such a long time to finish them. But yeah, this one will be rolling out and I will be replacing it at the end of the video. So those are the only products that have been in since the beginning of the year. So let's move on to, again, the product that's been in the next longest, and that is another lip gloss. This one comes from e.l.f. and it's the Jelly Pop Juicy Gloss, and this is in the shade Apricot Pop. It's a really beautiful formula, and it's another one that I've been kind of moving on to now as a bit of a hydrator. I haven't been reaching for it as much as the NYX one. I've been kind of slacking on reapplying my lip products since I finished that, but I have reached for it quite a few times since that point. I do have 12 additional uses on it in the past month, and I did actually mark it last update and it was up there, and you can see how he has moved now. That is quite a significant jump. I know for a fact that it has not moved that much in the 12 uses. I definitely think it moves way slower than that, and the reason for that was there was actually an air bubble in here, and I was able to like squeeze the air bubble to the top, and that's why I was able to make quite a decent amount of progress. So I think from the next update, I will have a bit more of an accurate progress, depending on, like, you know, how much I use it. Just because I can't really see any other air bubbles in here now. I think all the air bubbles are out. But yeah, this is where it's sitting. I definitely have a long way to go. I think I have more than half of this product left, so it will take me quite a long time to finish this product, but I do really love the formula and I do love the color of it as well. So we're moving on to another one of my kind of focuses for the past month, and that is this product right here. This is the YSL Rouge Pure Couture lipstick in the shade 17, and I've been wanting to focus on this one because it is more of a summer shade, and I just realized I have forgotten to swatch everything, so I will do that as soon as I finish talking about this one. But this again is more of a summery type of shade, so I've been focusing on it quite a lot, and unfortunately I am not done with it. I said last up that it would be nice to finish it, but I didn't think I would get there because I had quite a lot of product left in this tube, and I have made quite significant progress, but of course it is not done yet, but it's definitely getting lower in here. And in the past month I have reached for this one 25 times, so you know, again, quite a lot. I have mainly reached for this one as a cream blush, and that's been a way that I really enjoyed it. I have been doing more kind of cool tone looks like this one recently, and this one doesn't really go with those looks, and that's kind of what I've been opting for the Milani lipstick instead as a cream blush. But whenever I've done more neutral to warm toned looks, this is the one that I've reached for as like my underpainting cream blush, and I really love it that way. So I have reached for this one 25 times in the past month, and you can definitely see that on the progress lines, so let me show you that. So you can see the progress lines right there. That is the jump of the lipstick, so it has again moved quite a lot. It's the biggest jump by far with this product. I do have a decent amount left, but I think I should be able to do it this year. And I did actually look, and I think I'm about halfway through progress wise now compared to when I started, but the lipstick is of course slanted, so I do think it's going to go quicker. And so far this year I have used it 44 times, so I would assume that I have maybe somewhere between 30 and 40 uses left, so it's possible that I can finish this one in the next month, and if not, hopefully the month after, we'll see. But I'm very hopeful that it can be done before the end of the year, like I said. And here we have the swatches as well, like I promised. We have the Milani lipstick right here, that is the e.l.f. gloss, and then here we have that YSL lipstick, and as you can see, this one is definitely the more kind of summery tone. The e.l.f. lip gloss definitely has a bit more of the same type of orangey undertone, orangey peachy undertone, but since it is a bit more sheer, it's definitely more versatile than the YSL lipstick. Moving on to the next lip product, we have my Lifter Gloss from Maybelline. This one has also been in for a couple of months now. It's been in for 4 months, and it's a product that I also wanted to focus on in the past month. And you might already be able to tell, but this one is actually finished. So there is a little product left there at the bottom, but the one cannot reach it. And I have taken out the stopper. I have scraped every single bit that I can out of this one, unless if I got another, you know, spatula or something to the bottom, but I'm not that fast. And it just would be too messy to bring like another tool with you on the go, because this is one of my go-to products when I am out and about. So I'm very happy to have another empty. And this lip gloss took me 28 additional times to finish, and I was estimating it would be taking out like 20-25 uses, and it took slightly longer than I expected, but I think it is because I scraped it so like clean. But it took me 110 total uses to finish it, which was kind of on par with what I expected. I knew, I've heard from other people that it's around 100 uses, so I would say it is on track with that. It really wasn't that used before I rolled into this project, so I would probably say that it's maybe like 120-125 uses in this lip gloss in total. So very happy with that, and I'm happy to have another empty. and I will of course replace this one as well at the end. So we're moving on to the next lip product, and that is another lipstick. This one comes from MAC, and this is the red that I'm currently trying to pan. This is a product that I think I rolled in at the wrong time of the year, to be honest, because as you know, I had a baby in end of June, and that's kind of when I also rolled this one in. It's been in for 3 months now, and I haven't reached for it nearly as much as I would like. That is it right there. I did swatch it out, but I did reach for it 2 additional times this past month, which again really isn't much. I have 4 total uses on it since I introduced this one, so again very low, but I just can't reach for these bright colors very often now with my baby. I will make an effort though to try to reach for it for filming, or you know, if I'm going out and she's in her pram, stuff like that. But if I'm just at home or just day to day, it is really hard for me to reach for these kind of brighter lip products, unless I reach for them as a cream blush, but this kind of is too stiff of a formula to reach for as a cream blush, so it is a little bit trickier. But at least I did reach for it a couple times. However, there is unfortunately no new product line, so, or like progress line, so it is what it is. But I will continue reaching for this one, and hopefully I can make some good progress on it. All the progress that I've made on this lipstick so far has been organic use, so I know that I love it and I know that I can get good progress on it. So I will just continue reaching for it whenever I get an opportunity to. Then we have the final lip product in this project, and it is this one right here. This one rolled in last month, and it is the Smashbox Be Legendary mini lipstick in the shade Famous, which is a light peachy nude. You can see it right there. So I did roll this one in because I wanted to reach for it as like a mixer lipstick or just on its own as well, and I have been able to reach for it a couple of times, but not again nearly as much as I would like. I'm just not reaching for as many lipsticks as I did before because again my baby, I mainly reach for lip glosses, so this one only got 4 uses in the past month. But I'm happy to say that there is a decent amount of progress under the paper, and there you have those progress lines. So again, it definitely has moved, and I think that is a pretty decent jump considering I only have 4 uses on it. But that is the lipsticks right now that are in the project, and I'm very excited, and I do think I have pretty decent progress in the past month for sure. Alright, so this is the color story of the products that we have left in the project. We have these 5 remaining, and since I finished 2 of them, I'm gonna go ahead and replace with 2 new products. So let me show you those. And the first one out of those is another lip gloss. This is also on my wanting to pan this year list, 50 products on to pan this year list, and both of these products are actually. But this is the Fenty Beauty lip gloss. This is the shade Fenty Glow Fantasy, which is a really stunning kind of peachier shade. So you know, it is again a peachier shade, but it definitely has a bit more of a rusty undertone, so I think it will work really nice for autumn. And I just think having like a nice go-to gloss for the daily when I'm out and about will be amazing, and this is the perfect lip gloss for that. So this is kind of what's going to replace the Topaz shade from Maybelline, and this is mostly untouched. I have reached for it max like 5 times, I would say. So we'll see how long it takes to finish. If you know how long it takes to finish one of these minis, let me know. I think I have in the past, but I can't remember now. If I can find it, that would be interesting. But if you know already, let me know in the comments. But that is the first shade I'm rolling in, and I'm really excited to start working on it. And then the second lip product I'm rolling in is actually a reintroductory to this project, because it's something that I worked on previous this year, but I rolled out earlier when we started hitting spring and summer, just because it is more of a wintry lip product for me. And that is a MAC lipstick, and it is in the shade Please Me, which is a really nice kind of cool tone pink, as you can see. So that is why it's more of a wintry, like wintry spring, I would say, kind of lip product. So I rolled it out when summer, I think summer hit, or like when the weather started warming up. But that is it right there, and I think it's going to be perfect because I don't really have any pinks like that in the project as of now. A lot of them are warmer tones now actually, so it's going to be good to have this one in. And I think this is also going to work really nicely as a cream blush, so when I don't want to reach for this one, I can also try this, or of course I can also reach for the Milani lipstick like I have been. But I think it's going to be good for like a use a pinkier type of blush, so that's actually one of the reasons why I'm rolling it in. But since I have worked on this one previously this year, I am also like telling the users that I used on this one previously as well. And I had 16, 8 and then 6 uses. So that is, what's that, 30 uses in total from previously, and I'm gonna like continue tracking from that point. And because I also had this one in before, I do already have a progress line tracked for this, and it is this one right here. So again, I'm just going to continue reaching for it there, and you can see how much it moved within those initial 30 uses. So that is actually going to be it for this update. This is now my new color story. I am not sure if I'm going to roll anything out next month. The thing that I'm closest on is definitely the YSL lipstick, so I will try to have that one out as soon as possible. But if we can't roll out this next month, it will definitely roll out in 2 months time. But yeah, we're going to have to see how long it takes. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye guys!